I hope this video does not get a copyright strike. I will not show any negativeness to Logan Paul, but to the most infamous anti-health unclean prime hydration drink on the planet. Y'all been drinking this all along and you do not know what it is inside of that ingredient that is gonna be a present to a future threat to your health if you continue to drink prime just because Logan and KSI said so and you guys believe. It's like you guys are serving an idol which is claiming itself as if it's a god, which God forbids. Human to human serving other gods. God created humans out of his image to serve him, not to serve idols, human to human idols, claiming itself that I am, which is Logan Paul. I am the biggest YouTuber and I make prime and I make money and I create healthy prime hydration drink, says Logan Paul. Let's take a look at this video and see what Logan Paul says about why prime is healthy. Let's see if he fully explains why prime hydration drink is healthy.
Prime uses natural colors, while some brands still
You hear what he said?
Prime uses natural colors.
Natural colors. But did he say fruits? Did he say vegetables?
While some brands still use artificial dyes like red 40. So why should you?
Oh yeah, I saw that in my Gatorade, which I had no idea. Which I should have known from the beginning when I became a Christian. Those ingredients is anti-health.
Well, studies show a link between dyes and increased ADHD or hyperactivity in children. They're also linked to
That's like unclean, and anti-health, which can affect your health if you drink way too much of it.
cancer, allergies, infertility, DNA damage. In fact, the United States plans to ban 8 artificial food dyes by the end of next year, including blue 1 found in these, yellow 6 found in these, and of course red 40 found in these, which is petroleum based. Okay, so why even use it? Because look at this, artificial dyes stay vivid longer. So these can sit on the shelf for a while and the color will still pop to grab the consumer's attention. And in our experience, they're cheaper than their alternatives, like the natural flavors and the natural colors that we've used since day one at Prime.
Did you hear what he said? To those of you people that are serving Logan Paul as your god, let's take a look at this again.
To grab the consumer's attention. And in our experience, they're cheaper than their alternatives, like the natural flavors and the natural colors that we've used since day one at Prime. Their alternatives, like the natural flavors and the natural colors that we've used since day one at Prime. Alternatives, like the natural flavors and the natural colors that we've used since day one at Prime.
Okay, one more time.
Like the natural flavors and the natural colors that
Natural flavors, which is from the fruits and vegetables. The natural colors from the fruits and vegetables.
we've used since day one at Prime.
When it's natural, it grows from the tree, and a tree that grows fruit, and the ground that grows vegetables,
We committed to providing a
which is green herbs.
better for you hydration option from the beginning. With no sugar, 2 grams of sugar and only 25 calories, we think we've done it. Drink Prime, not petroleum.
But does he fully explain about the fruits and vegetables? No. All he just says that natural flavors and natural colors. He doesn't explain why prime is healthy. He just basically says that he basically only comes up with this few reasons why.
An option from the beginning with no caffeine.
No caffeine, which I don't even know what caffeine is, since that word doesn't exist in the Holy Bible.
2 grams of sugar
2 grams of sugar.
and only 25 calories, we think we've done it. Drink Prime.
We think you done it.
Calories, we think we've done it. Drink and only 25 calories, we think we've done it. Drink.
We think we done it. So you're assuming that you have successfully sold a healthy prime hydration drink, right, Logan Paul? Well, as a Christian and a follower of Jesus Christ, whatever God says in the Holy Bible about fruits, vegetables, clean and unclean animals, tell us what to eat and not to eat, I fully have faith and believe in his words more than what you said in the video claiming that prime hydration drink is healthy. What you said, but I believe what God says in the Holy Bible, giving trees and herbs from the floor and eat them is healthy. I agree what God says. That's what I said as a Christian. So you think that prime hydration is healthy? Let's take a look at let's kind of analyze and see if you're right or wrong, Logan Paul. Let's take an example what you have on you show in your video that fruit that you have. Where's that thing? Oh, you don't have it. All right, let's take a look. Let me see. What should we look up? Them example. Well, I'm gonna look up 2 examples. Let's see. Blue raspberry, and just to let you know that blue raspberry doesn't exist. It doesn't exist on on the world. It's just only raspberry, red raspberry. They only exist. I used to drink this prime hydration drink and it was delicious, but until I noticed that there were ingredients that doesn't seem natural to me. It feels a little bit suspicious to me that I think I should not be able to drink this prime hydration, because I feel like they're adding illegal ingredients and these super complicated nutrition vocabulary words like you're seeing right over here, where right here on these ingredients and the nutritional facts. Well, these are good. This is from vegetables and fruit, but from over here, I'm very suspicious about this that I have not seen in the Holy Bible. So Logan Paul, you said that you claim that it's 10% coconut, which is, I guess it's a fruit or a vegetable. Okay, that's a check. Caffeine free, which I don't know what caffeine is. I'm serious, I don't know what caffeine is. Electrolytes, which is from fruits, which comes from fruits to make raspberry, to make blue raspberry, which blue raspberry doesn't exist, to make the raspberry drink. Alright, check. B vitamins for fruits, check. Antioxidant, check. Zero added sugar, I disagree, because I know they added secret sugar inside of it to make it like 60 or 80 grams of sugar in disguise. 25 calories, that don't matter. 10% coconut water, okay, check. BCA and B vitamins, which is from fruit, that's what I heard, which is check. Antioxidant, electrolyte, check. Caffeine free, which I don't know what caffeine does. So Logan Paul, you said that prime hydration is healthy. I think we just done it. Let me hear that again. I think we done it.
Drink prime, 2 grams of sugar and only 25 calories. We think we've done it.
We think we done it. We think we done it. So let's see if you done it correctly. Let's see if you successfully sold prime. And to let you guys know, you guys are serving an idol, which is a god, which is a human god, which God forbids us humans serving another human, a god that claims that he is God, claiming a false god. Only God is the first and the last. We only depend on one God, God and His Son Jesus Christ. That's what I believe in. No any other gods. If there's false gods, they're humans claiming to be I am, which is a god, a false god. God never heard of these people, but God forbids us people serving another god, which you guys are doing on the internet, having your phone out, having your computer out, watching whatever Logan Paul KSA has been doing, and Logan Paul explains that prime hydration is healthy. Whatever he says out of his mouth, you guys fully agree to him. Says the human serving an idol, claim that I am false god, Logan Paul. So let's take a look at the ingredients. Let's see if Logan Paul is right or wrong. Filtered water, okay, check. Coconut water, check. From concentrate allergen, what's that? I don't know what's that. Citric acid, I never heard of this. The potassium phosphate, I don't know what's that. Natural flavor, natural, which is coming from the fruits in the tree, check. Fruits from the tree and the vegetables, that's a check. Try magnesium citrate, I don't know what's that. Sucralose, I don't know what's that. L-isoeucine, whatever that word is. I never heard of this word. Elvine, I can't even pronounce these words. I've never heard of these words, but I can assume that these are illegal ingredients in unclean anti-health ingredients that is going to affect your health. Logan Paul doesn't say raspberry It doesn't say raspberry. It doesn't say like a specific fruit to make this taste like you're tasting blue raspberry. It does not shown in that. If you go to Sam's Club, if you go to Sam's Club and you buy Sunny D, you'll see what the ingredients they added into it to make the recipe to make this, which the Sunny D is made out of orange juice, grape juice, whatever the other juice to make Sunny D. That's what I agree, and I believe that's how it makes Sunny D. But what about this? Have you heard of these? Have you seen any fruits or vegetables being added to the ingredients? No, brother. No, brother. What are you doing? Where are you getting all this from? How did you make Prime? Did you go to like a website? Did you go to? How long did it take you to like create this ingredient? It's like you're getting this like a powder. You're getting this from like a gym to like you go to the gym and you buy all these super complicated powders that we never heard of, unclean powder, and you just make this into a Prime hydration drink. We don't know what's inside of this. Have you heard of these words? Logan Paul KSI subscribers, Logan Paul and KSI fans, Logan Paul and KSI's people that are serving an idol, a false god claiming I am false god Logan Paul. Do you guys believe that this is healthy? I can guarantee you guys 95 to 100% of you people that are serving an idol, a false god Logan Paul, you think this is healthy? No, brother. No, it's unhealthy, dude. It doesn't say what type of specific fruit and vegetables add into this. It just only says natural flavor. A natural flavor to make Prime hydration drink. Blue raspberry, I guess Prime natural colors and natural flavors, which put red raspberry, and then I assume Logan Paul KSI added like blue 40 to make the red raspberry turn into blue raspberry, I guess. But look, have you seen this? No. It contains allergen, tree nuts, coconut. That's good. Gluten-free, caffeine-free. I don't know what in the world is that. And see what you fans are saying. Best drink ever. Why? Explain it. Blue raspberry Prime is the best flavor. I have the bottle with me right now and drinking it. Look at all these fake 5 out of 5s. I feel bad for these people. You do not know what's inside of this ingredient. It's going to be a threat to your health. Look, the drink is not only so delicious. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to show you. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to show you on the Holy Bible, the King James Bible, why I will always believe what God says out of in the gospel, which is good news, told us to what fruit and vegetable we should eat, or should I say green herbs we should eat. That's what I believe on that, because whatever God tells us to eat, land, sea, animals, and insect animals, I believe what he says. They are clean for your body, clean for your heart, clean for your immune system. But anything that is unclean is the opposite, which is anti-health. I remember when I went to go to Sam's Club and I eat like a pork sausage made out of the pig or swine. And when I eat 2 of them, and when I started to exercise, I noticed it was hurting my heart, as if I'm not being physically active. I can guarantee that it affects most of you people. That when it's unclean, you don't feel energized. You don't feel like you don't want to go out and play. You don't want to go out and play soccer, physical activity. It's like you're drinking Prime hydration drink, which is unhealthy, making you feel less active. I feel bad for these people. And now let's take a look. Hold on, I'm gonna show it to you why it's unhealthy, or in the Bible. I'm gonna show it to you in a couple of minutes. Let's take a look. Peso Pluma. I don't even know what's the taste of these. Future Freeze, Peso Pluma, Sour Nova. I don't even know what's inside of these ingredients, because it does not contain a specific fruit and a specific natural flavor to make this. Just like always. Zero added sugar, 25 calories, 10% coconut water, BCA vitamins, all this nonsense thing. Let's take a look. Water, okay, that's a check. Water from the land, water from how God created the waters, coconut water, concentrate, citric acid, the potassium phosphate, natural flavor. But what natural flavor did you add on it? Oh, there's an orange mango. Okay, you put orange and mango. Okay, that's a check. Trimethylene citrate, sucralose, just like the blue raspberry. You don't know what's inside of this ingredient. It contains coconut. Okay, good. Sour Noah, which is a candy hydration drink. So you're basically drinking like a candy drink. So water, coconut water, concentrate, citric acid, potassium. Let me see, natural flavors. But what did you add on this to think that this drink it's natural flavor? What did you put inside of this? Let me see. Yeah, this does not explain what's inside of this. Let's take a look at Future Freeze. Does it say rainbow sherbet? I don't. Is that a fruit? Rainbow sherbet? I don't even know if that's existing on the fruit, but I know it's not. Yeah, just the same ingredients. Just the same ingredients to make it taste like the same. And then ice pop. Let me see what ingredient you add on this. Oh, it doesn't explain ice pop. No, it doesn't explain. Look, you see? You don't even know what you're drinking on this. Cherry free, so you got cherry from the tree. Which I assumed you added cherry onto this. Berry, which is blueberry. I assume you added blueberry. Raspberry or blackberry. I don't know what you added on this. You were not explaining what fruit did you add onto this. Strawberry banana. Okay, good. Strawberry banana mixed together to make prime hydration drink. Okay, good. Same ingredients, but does not include banana and strawberry on it. It just says natural flavors. Wait, where is it at? Yeah, natural flavor. There's vegetables juice. That's good. That's a check right there. Vegetable juice. Yeah, that's a check, and that's a check, and that's a check, and that's a check. But doesn't say strawberry banana into this ingredient. And then prime. Let me see, prime. Made of moon. What? I don't even know what you add on this. What did you add on this? If you don't explain what kind of flavor did you put onto this, we don't know what's inside of it. That's gonna be a future threat to our health. I don't even know what Logan Paul added into this. So, and let me see. There's another one. I Show Speed. I Show Speed. I remember that video that I Show Speed drank his own brand, drink its own flavor, and said it's good. Let me see. What did you put on I Show Speed? Dragon fruit. Oh, I love dragon fruit. Dragon fruit's so good. One of my friends from work gave me that dragon fruit. It tastes so delicious. Oh my gosh. Oh, that tastes so good, dude. If you eat dragon fruit, you just watch it. It just tastes so good. But does it say on this ingredients? Let me see. Nope, it doesn't. It doesn't say ingredients dragon fruit. That's it. That's all. That's anti-healthy, except for the fruit that are being into it. If it wasn't for the fruits into it, then that's gonna be an anti-health. But at least Logan Paul KSI added fruits, natural flavors into it to make it taste like it's really healthy for you, which is good. But the most of it, let's say the weight scale, the more heavier scale is more of the artificial and unhealthy and illegal ingredients, and on the other side is lightweight. It's just natural flavors, which you get less fruit flavor experience than the artificial illegal ingredient taste experience. So let's take a look about the fruits. What I believe, what God says, I truly believe what He says. from Saint Paul, our brother Saint Paul, Galatians chapter 5, 22 to 23, and he says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love." The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith. Altogether, it's health. Meekness, temperance, against such there is no law. The fruit of the Spirit is love. Whatever God creates a tree that contains fruits, contains vegetable, which is green herbs, is what we should eat. We should use it to make ingredients, make strawberry water, banana water, whatever the ingredients to make this taste delicious. Creative thoughts, natural ingredients, not these super overly complicated nutritionist vocabulary that you guys never heard of in your life. And let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. Is this it? No, where's the fruits? Oh yeah, right here. Genesis 3:6. Moses, I guess it's not Moses. Well, Moses did create the Bible, but the Bible says, "And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food," the tree that was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and to the tree to be desired to make one wise, she took to the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave it also to her husband with her, and he did eat. It was good for food, which is clean, which is clean for your body, clean for your immune system, clean for you to be more physically active, clean for eliminating all these these infections and these minor diseases in your body. It all goes away since it's clean. Let me see. Oh yeah, let's take a look at this one. The fruits, the vegetables. And God said, "I have given you." This is from what God says. And God said, "Behold," Genesis 1:29, and he says, "And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed," every herb, which is a vegetable, and a tree as well, "herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, and which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat." So basically, when I look outside, I have lemons, I have avocados, I have orange, tangerines, peach. So delicious, so clean. What God tells us all to eat is healthy. It's clean, great for your body, great for physical activity, great for you to be physically active, and it's so good for you. Trust me on this. Eat fruit, you'll love it. Eat the herbs bearing seed, which is vegetables. It's so delicious. Just it's so delicious. It's way better than that infamous anti-health prime. Trust me on this. Genesis chapter 9 verse 3. The Bible says, "Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you. Even as the green herb, I have given you all things for us to eat." Green herbs, which is basically a vegetable, which is not mentioned in the Holy Bible, but the green herbs that can grow vegetables, and can grow any type of vegetables, even fruits. It's what I'll believe when God says. More humans serving God. God never lies. God never sins. God always right. God is speaking the truth 100%. And whatever he says from day one, ever since he created earth, whatever he says is true. I believe in what God says. What God says, that every moving thing that is living shall be meat for you, even as the green herb, I have given you all things. And I believe what God says, and I will do what God told me and the family, my friends, all of us to do, is just eat clean. None of this ingredient. Let me see. Let's take a look. None of these illegal ingredients, they were never existed in the first place. They were never existed in the first place. I'm serious about this. Even the fruit of the Spirit is love. Oh yeah, I forgot to look up this one right here. Leviticus chapter 26, verse 4 and 5. Then, this is what God says. The Bible says, and God says, then I will give you rain in due season, and the land yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruits. And your threshing shall reach unto the vintage, and the vintage shall reach unto the sowing time, and ye shall eat your bread to the fall and dwell in your land. Safety, which is concerning about your health. The tree shall yield their fruit, which is like hanging on the tree. You got grapes, you got lemon, you got blue raspberry, not raspberry, blueberry, raspberry, blackberry, kiwi, all these delicious fruit that God has given us to eat. We should eat what to do the right side towards God, not all these unclean ingredients, which I'm about to look up and which I'm about to explain fully in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna explain the unclean ingredients, where I can assume where all these ingredients come from, and which the answer is from the Holy Bible. Yeah, it's way better if only prime hydration. And honestly, I think I would have given it a try for a prime hydration drink if Logan Paul and KSI were to put the right ingredient and the fruits, the vegetables added into this. If they were to add it, instead of adding these super complicated anti-health ingredient vocabulary words into this that we never heard of, instead they should have been replaced with dragon fruit, black raspberry, strawberry, into making dragon fruit ultra flavor, but none of these added with sugar. Then I'll give it a try and I'll be like, oh wow, that tastes delicious. I'll drink that. I would have given it a chance, but for this illegal ingredients, anti-health ingredients, I would not drink this. It's unhealthy. It's a threat to your health. So this is the answer what I find in the Holy Bible. So Leviticus 11. I know this is a long one, but this is worth your time for you to read this. Let me see if you guys can see this. Let me zoom in a little closer so you guys can see this very carefully. Alright, so Leviticus 11. in the Bible's Bible chapter 11, 1 through to 47. I know this is going to be a long trip. And the Bible says, and the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whosoever parted the hoof and is cloven-footed, and chewed the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat. So on this Bible, it says that the hoof is like when you look at the this is the first time I've seen this, but the only thing I know is that when you look at the animal and you look at their foot and you see the hoof and cloven-footed and chewing the cud among the beasts that ye shall ye eat, those are healthy. And when you look at the chicken's foot that has like 3 foots, and it is cloven-footed, like, which is like split into like 2 or 3. That's an unclean meat for you to eat. Nevertheless shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divided the hoof, as the camel. Camel's unclean. We all know that camel's unclean because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof. He is unclean to you. So nevertheless ye shall not eat of them that if they don't chew the cud, or of them that divided the hood, or of them that divided the hoof, which is not divided, as the camel, because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean to you. And the kuni, which is like a kind of look it up on Google, Coney, because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean to you. He chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof, like now spread their feet like chickens, like ducks. It's not, their feet are not spread like chickens and ducks and cows. and the swine, which is basically a pig, the most unhealthiest animal on the planet. Though he divide the hoof, which you see, look at the pig's food. He divide the hoof and be cloven footed and be cloven footed. That's a sign of clean right here. Look at, he's part of the hoof is cloven footed, which is a good sign. But or yet he chewed not the cud, he is unclean to you. So what do pigs eat? You basically know what kind of food that pigs eat. Or chew the cud. He is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, their carcass shall ye not touch, they are unclean to you. These shall ye eat that are in a. I'm gonna explain fully this in the. I'm gonna fully explain this in the description. My bad, because I never heard of this, but I try to explain this fully to you, very specifically what I'm talking about. I will explain this in the description, because this is the first time I experienced this. I'm like, what in the world is that? Of their flesh shall ye not eat, their carcass shall ye not touch, they are unclean to you. These shall ye eat, all that are in the waters, whatsoever hath fins and scales. Do you know what fins and scales, right? Like fish, bass, tilapia, that in the waters, in the seas, and the rivers, them shall ye eat. Basically, fish is good, bass is food, tilapia is good. I'm not a sea animal nerd, but if you ever see like a fish that has fins and scales, that you should eat, and it's really good for you. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers of all that move in the water, of any living thing which is in the water, they shall be an abomination to you, which is abomination, which is an unhealthy threat, anti-health to you. So what are the ones that does not have fins and scales? That includes catfish. It does have fins but does not have scales. Shrimp, lobsters. Let me see what else that does not have fins and scales. Piranha fish, lobster, crawfish, shrimp, baby shrimp, mantis shrimp. All these type of sea animals that do not have fins and scales, they are unclean to you. Whosoever had no fins or scales in the water shall be abomination unto you. And these they have abomination among the fowls, they shall not be eaten, they are abomination. The eagle and the ostrich and the osprey and the vultures and the kite after his kind, even raven after his kind, and owl and the nighthawk, the cuckoo and the hawk after his kind, and the little owls, and the cormorant, and the great owls, and the swan, the pelican, the gear eagle, and the star, the heron, after her kind, of lapwing, and the bat. All fowls that creep going upon all floors shall be abomination unto you, abomination which is anti-healthy, or which is anti-health. All fowls that creep up going upon all four shall be abomination unto you. Yet these made me eat of every creepy thing that going upon all four, which have legs above their feet to leap withal upon the earth. Even of them that ye may eat, the locust after his kind, and the ball locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after its kind. Which you can eat. You can eat locusts. You can eat the ball locust, the beetle, the grasshopper. Those are clean insects. But the rest of the insects, But all other flying creepy things which has 4 feet shall be abomination unto you. So I can assume anything that is abomination and unclean to you, I can assume that the ingredients to make the illegal ingredients to make this, I can assure all of this comes from every unclean insects that God tells us not to avoid eating, because it's abomination unto you. It's abomination to your health. It's abomination to your heart. Abomination to your mental, physical, and spiritual health, that you will be less energized and less physically active, and you cannot even want to go out there and exercise. I can assume that these infamous people do an evil side towards God. to make these ingredients, to make all these ingredients from the start, from day one, and pass it on to this generation to generation to make these abomination ingredients that is going to be a threat to your health, which all of us are eating right now. If you don't believe me, then go talk to God, but it's not a good idea to go against God. You gotta believe what God says. Whatever he says is true. This is what we should all eat. You can't say no to what God says. It's good news. Gospel is a good news. It's not bad news. But God warns us not to eat any unclean things because it's abomination to us. And like I said, maybe the insects that we never heard of, and I can assume all these illegal ingredients and it's what it takes to make these nutritionist, super complicated vocabulary words that 95 to 100% of you people that are serving Logan Paul as your God never heard of this word before. For these shall you be unclean. Whosoever touching the carcass of them shall be clean until the even. Whosoever beareth out of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be clean until the even. The carcass of every beast which divided the hoof is not cloven hearted, nor chew the cud are unclean to you. Everyone that toucheth them shall be unclean. And whatsoever going upon his paws among all matters of beasts that go on all four, those are unclean to you, which is dogs, which is hyenas, which is fox, which is bear, they're unclean to you. These also shall be unclean to you among the creepy things that creep upon the earth, the weasels and the mouse and tortoise after his kind. Tortoise, which is a turtle, the ferret, the chameleon, and the lizard, the snail, and the mole, those are unclean, which is not a good idea. These are unclean to you among all that creep. Whosoever don't touch them when they be dead shall be unclean until the even. And upon whatsoever any of them when they are dead, those fall, it shall be unclean. Whether by any vessels of wood or raiment, skin or sack, whatsoever vessel it be wherein any work is done, it must be put into water and shall be unclean until the even, so it shall be cleansed. Yeah, and of every earthling vessels whereunto any of them falleth, whatsoever is in shall be unclean, and ye shall break it. Of all meat which may be eaten, that on which water cometh, of all meat which may be eaten, that on which such water cometh shall be unclean, and all drink that may be drunk in every such vessel shall be unclean. And everything whereupon any part of their carcasses follow shall be unclean, whether it be oven or ranges or pots shall be broken down, for they are unclean and shall be unclean to you. Nevertheless, a fountain or pit wherein there is plenty of water shall be clean, but that which touches their carcass shall be unclean. And if any part of their carcass shall fall upon any sowing seed which is to be sown, it shall be clean. But if any water be put on the seed, or any part of their carcass shall fall thereon, it shall be unclean to you. And if any beast which ye may eat die, he that toucheth the carcass thereof shall be unclean until the evening. And he that eateth of the carcass of it shall wash his clothes and shall be unclean until the even. He that also beareth the carcass of it shall wash his clothes and be clean until the even. So if you read all of this chapter verses, which I'm about to analyze, then in my next video to analyze and just clarify it even more better, God tells us to eat clean animals, clean air animals, which is birds, clean sea animals, and clean insects. Any of this, what he forbids us not to do, it's illegal, it is anti-health, it is abomination to your body, and you can get any future diseases into you, and it's going to be a future health problem to you, which we all don't want to have. Which what Logan Paul says that prime hydration drink is healthy. It's good for your health. It's good for you to be physically active. Yet on the balance scale, the more heavier which you are serving to your people, to your fans, is more to artificial and these super complicated vocabulary words which I never heard of, illegal ingredients, which it could be from I can assume insects that are unclean. You just get like the insect, get the powder, whatever you guys been doing to make these illegal ingredients in order to make this an anti-health, which is not good. The only thing that I will love to do the right side towards God, to eat clean, to eat healthy, to eat the beast. Let me see, where is it at? To eat the beast that is hoof and is cloven footed and chew the cud among the beasts that shall eat. So I would basically eat a cow, a chicken, a duck, a turkey, a lamb, a deer. And then for the sea animals, I would rather eat fish, bass, not tilapia. Tilapia doesn't have a scale, which is unhealthy. I'd rather eat fish, bass, tilapia. And then for insects, which I never eat insects, I don't want to eat insects. It's disgusting. If you're into insects, you should eat the locusts, the ball locust, and the grasshopper. Those are good. Those are good to eat. Those are clean, but I would not eat that. But yeah, that's what I depend. What God says, whatever God says, I believe what He says, and I praise it, and that's it. That's all it takes. So Logan Paul says that prime hydration is healthy. Let's take a look at this one more time. Let's see if he's. Let's see.
Prime uses natural colors, while some brands
Prime uses natural colors. Prime uses natural colors, but what did you add on this blue chill?
Day one at Prime, we committed to providing a better for you, cheaper than their alternatives, like the natural flavors and the natural colors.
The natural flavors, the natural colors
That we've used since day one at Prime.
that we use since day one. But what did you put on these though? This is what you basically add this to make this to look like it's natural flavor and natural color. All you've been doing is just add artificial flavors to make it as accurate and more colorful as possible to make this taste delicious, but it does not have any. But the weight scale is now more heavier to natural fruits and vegetables being added to the prime water. It's less weight, more heavy is artificial flavors, artificial anti-health ingredients. It's more heavier is what you taste more out of this than the less weight, which is the natural flavors, fruits and vegetables is what you get the little taste out of that fruit, out of that vegetable, out of that experience, which is good, but it's not enough for you to be healthy.
We committed to providing a better for you hydration option from the beginning with no caffeine, 2 grams of sugar, and only 25 calories. We think we've done it.
We think we've done it. I believe God hath done it, not Logan Paul and his infamous prime hydration drink.
Drink Prime, not petroleum. Calories. We think we've done it.
We think we've done it. But to me, I said once again, God hath done it, and I believe what He says to eat. Even His servants too. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, peace, like I said, chapter 5, 22 and 23. I believe Paul says that's good, since he's a servant to God. I believe in what he said because he's a servant of God. But I believe God, and I believe God 100%. I believe, not think. I believe, which I can trust God to tell me to eat this, which is clean, which is healthy. I believe that than Logan Paul.